All right, Brian from Garage Mahal. I don't know if you've encountered this before, but I live up in the Northeast, and rust is like absolutely a notorious thing up here. A lot of car manufacturers have decided that it is cool to put tin, like chrome covers on their lug nuts. But the problem is, all right, so this is a 21, so give you an idea. So that's a 21 millimeter. That's what it should be. This one doesn't quite fit because it's warped a little bit. This one's not too bad. So I can hammer those on and get those off. This one, there's no way. So let me show you a couple that I can get off relatively easy. So I think this is one of them. So this is how this should come off. Okay, so it comes off relatively easy. So let's get this one. This one's stuck on there pretty good. This one will come off easy. So you can see how it kind of like almost rust welds itself to the thing. This one I'm going to tap on with a hammer. So that one's not too bad. So see, that's not going to come off too easy. So what we have to do is we have to kind of screw that back on and then shake it back and forth to come off. So that one we can get. And then how about this one? This one we're going to hammer on too. See, it's not letting us go too far. So that one I already know is going to be a problem. And then this one, let's see if we can't. Same thing. That one's, oh, let's try it. Let's see if we can't get this one off. Okay, so that one's coming off. I'll just get that part way off. And that one. You might be able to get this one off too. Okay, so those come off, but like I said, I'll have to WD-40 the heck out of them when we go to put them on. But this other one, see, they're so welded on there, rust welded. All right, so nobody told me how to get these off, and like I said, you're not going to pound that one out. You can see how it's bulging. So what happens up here in the Northeast is you get a little bit of rust. What happens is moisture gets in behind this foil that's on here. You can see that the separation gets behind there, rusts, and then expands so the socket won't fit anymore. So what you need is you need a Dremel tool with a cutoff wheel. This one's kind of worn, but basically what you're doing, alright, so you're cutting around with a Dremel, and you only want to go as deep as to cut into it. Now, the other problem, is these usually have, the ones are going to be, that have the cap on it, you're not going to be able to get down to this thin part. So you're going to end up having to do what I did. And you're going to have to like pound, you're going to have to pound around it, and then you're going to have to get into the lug nut, which is now going to be a 19 millimeter, and then you're going to cut into it, and you're not going to be able to get all the tin off, and you're going to end up ruining your cap. But that's part of the life out here. So now you get yourself a chisel, and you are going to be cutting into this foil cap, and then you're going to be bending them off as best as you can. And you just keep pounding. See how it tears down. See, you can see all the rust that's buried in here. Let me get my light a little bit down better on that. It is just, and this is the only way to get this off. All right, so I cut through the cap, I think almost all the way. But see, if you had your regular cap on here, this would be sitting in the way. I mean, you can get a lot neater than I did in patience, but time is money. And you can see what a pain in the butt is. Be careful because it is going to be sharp. And then that's your foil cap. Thank you, all new car manufacturers. So now you went from a 21 down to a 19, and you can see how bad this is rusted. So I'm still going to have a problem with this. So it's supposed to be a 19, but this one's rusted so bad that it's now turned itself into a 20. And I'm going to have to hammer this on. So that's how you get that rusted, nasty looking lug nut off. And like I said, it's supposed to, it's supposed to turn itself into a 19. But in this case, this one's so badly rusted, it turned into a 20. So anyhow, that's how you get those tin foil garbage lug nuts off your vehicle. Do yourself a favor, buy better lug nuts. I mean, that's just crazy. Okay, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and now I'm going to get this wheel off the rusted hub, which we basically just use a small little sledgehammer. I may as well show you that while we're filming. So if you have a wheel that is stuck on, make sure you put at least one lug nut on to keep your wheel from bouncing all over the place. Grab yourself a little sledge, just hit it, turn, 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 and you'll see it start coming loose. Badly stuck wheels will require some WD-40 to help loosen. And sometimes you need a little bit of a more aggressive sledgehammer. There we go. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, that's how you get your loose wheel off your frozen on hub.